Hey guys, happy Halloween. So I'm starting off by making my customized lashes. I'm using a standard pair. I don't know where they're from, but just an extra long pair, and I'm adding pieces of sort of cardstock. I couldn't find any black ones, so I just used blue ones and colored them in so that they'd be dark and black. I'm using little dots of liquid latex to attach these, and I'm using little clips to make sure that they set really well. And now we're starting with the actual tutorial. So I'm using the Kat Von D liquid liner to place my drips, and I'm taking liquid latex and putting a decent amount around the lines that I drew, and then tiny pieces of broken up cotton from cotton balls, and just laying them onto liquid latex and sandwiching them in with the latex. I'm gonna let that completely dry, and once it's dry, it's actually gonna become like a yellowy translucent shade. That's when you know it's dry. And I'm just creating texture, so you can do as little or as much as you'd like of this. Since I'm actually going out and want to be able to talk and eat and just move my mouth, I'm not putting a ton. Now for my foundation, I'm using a mix of my Too Faced foundation and my Makeup Forever white stick foundation. I want to create a really pale porcelain doll effect, so I'm working that in really well into the skin so that it's really blended with my sponge. And I'm setting it all with my MAC Emphasize setting powder, since it's nice and light and lightweight as well. It's really important to set your makeup if you're going to be out a long time. It's just going to help to keep everything in place. Now I'm using my Milani liquid lipstick in the shade Crush, and I'm lining my lips, working it into my lips. I want it to really stain, so I'm working it in with a brush. And then I'm going to go ahead and blur out the edges once I fill in my lips with a stiff short bristle brush. I'm just smudging it real smoky outside of my lip line, bringing it up and around my mouth and over the liquid latex and everything as well. This is also going to be what I use to lay down a base in those sort of drip crack cut lines that we're making. So I'm just making sure to drag that down my chin and onto my neck as well. I'm bringing it on my nose to create like a red nose. I wanted it to look like I've been blowing my nose, or like I ate something, or where it's real messy, so I brought that up onto my nose as well. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking a little bit of a thick gloss. This one is from Smashbox. I just wanted my lips to be a little bit less dry and a little bit more intense, so I put that in the center of my lips. Now I'm taking my Melt Stack, the dark matter one, and I'm taking the lightest shade, and we're going to start to create the eye look. So I'm creating a really giant blown out halo eye with a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to go down the line lightest to darkest, skipping the red shade for now, and placing that on the outer corner, inner corner, connecting at the top. I'm bringing this all the way up to the eyebrow. You can make this a little bit more contained if you like, a little bit more natural, but I'm blowing it out, making my eyes look huge. Then I go into the black and bring it underneath the lower lash line as well. I'm taking a little bit of that Makeup Forever stick foundation and putting that in the center, and then blending the edges. This whole look is meant to look messy. It's not meant to look really clean and perfected, so obviously this is not well blended. It's not really anything you have to be too particular about. You can be fast and messy, and it just kind of adds to the look, in my opinion. I'm taking that red shade and I'm bringing that along the edges, kind of reminiscent of like a clown shape, but I'm also wanting it to tie together with the rest of the look. I'm taking this blush from the Becca Après-Ski palette, and I'm using that to blend because it's a little softer. And then I'm taking Icicle, that blue cast white highlighter, and I'm putting that to set that middle part of the eye as well as highlight certain areas of the face. I brought it on the nose, the inner corner, the cheekbone, mostly those areas. Not so much the tip of the nose, but down the bridge of the nose. And you can do it however you like. I'm giving myself a little bit of a lined lash line just so that when I put those weird falsies on, it'll be better. Now I'm taking a cream white pigment. This one is from Makeup Forever. You can use a white liner, anything, and I'm just giving myself little details, little specks and little cracks, and I want to bring that detailing in through the lips as well, the nose and the eyes, to tie everything together. I'm going to create like a speckled sort of effect, but also like a highlighted effect. So bringing that onto the Cupid's bow, I'm bringing it onto the texture of the lips. I'm spreading it farther than the texture of the liquid latex so that everything ties together and sort of blends, and just highlighting, giving myself a little bit extra detailing. The clothes I'm going to be wearing, you won't see much of my chest, but you will see a little bit of my neck, so that's why I brought it down onto my neck. I wanted to make the eyes a little bit more striking, so I lined around the inner lower lash line and the inner corner. I wanted it to contrast with that black, and then I took a pencil brush and I just blended that in a little bit. It really doesn't have to be precise. I'm just trying to reinforce the big eye effect. Now for the speckles on the eyes, I'm just dotting it on, and then I'm using my finger to blend it in and make it look a little bit more subdued, and then I go back in and reinforce the intensity a little bit. I'm making sure there isn't too much on my brush, and then kind of outlining the bottom of my nose. And now I'm intensifying the blood of the chin. So I'm taking that melt stack and I'm going through the darker shades in the red and the black specifically, and I'm just kind of intensifying. Now I'm taking some lash glue and I'm attaching my crazy lashes. I go in after I attach the lashes and trim them a little bit so that, you know, I didn't know how long I wanted them until they were on. Now I'm taking the liner from Kat Von D and I'm drawing on fake lower lashes or streaks on the lower lash line so that it mimics the upper lashes and also gives that fake doll sort of effect. And don't be afraid to, you know, go a little bit ham with that if you'd like. Now I'm taking some fake dried blood from Makeup Forever and I'm putting that on top in little bits around the lips and the chin. And then I'm going to take some liquid blood. So one is like supposed to look fresh and the other one's supposed to look dry. So I'm going in with the dry one first, and now I'm dripping on and smudging around some liquid one with my hands. I kind of just take it and just go lightly dab it on. So that is the final look. I hope that you enjoyed. If you're new, subscribe. We would love to have you, and catch you in my next one. Bye, loves.